The video you are about to watch contains perhaps the most radical, the most forbidden, the most censored information you will ever hear in your life. This is such information that the wealthiest people in history used it silently, but never explained it to the public. This is such information that ancient mystic schools taught it only to selected students. This is such information that modern society has done its best to hide, suppress, and humiliate it. And now you are about to access this information. But first, let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why some people have an extraordinary creative power? Why do some people work with unlimited energy? Why do some people see opportunities that others cannot see? Why were most of history's greatest geniuses, Leonardo da Vinci, Nikola Tesla, Isaac Newton, single or keeping their sexual relations under strict control? Is this a coincidence? No, this is the result of the strongest, most secret, least understood law of nature. And the name of this law is sexual transmutation. Napoleon Hill defines this in his book, Think and Grow Rich, as follows. Sexual energy is the most powerful energy the human mind can reach. And this energy can be directed from physical expression to mental, creative, and material success. But society did not tell you this. They did not teach it at school. The media did not mention it. Because if you knew this secret, you would be uncontrollable. You would discover your own power. But the system does not want powerful individuals. The system wants controllable, docile, ordinary individuals. But you are not ordinary. Because you are watching this video, it means you feel something inside. It means you know there is more within you. And now, I will teach you how to release this power. But I warn you, this information is not comfortable. This information will challenge you. This information will require you to change your habits. This information will require doing what most people dare not do, mastering oneself. Are you ready? Then we begin. And I command you something immediately. Watch this video by taking notes. Pause it, rewind it, watch it again. Because the principles you will learn here are the principles used by Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison. These are not abstract ideas. These are the deepest laws of human nature. And these laws are valid today as well. They are valid for you too. Now let me ask you the fundamental question. What is sexual energy? Most people see sexuality only as a physical act, reproduction, pleasure, a biological urge. But the truth is much deeper. Sexual energy is the life force itself. Libido in Latin, kundalini in Sanskrit, chi in Chinese, ki in Japanese. All ancient civilizations spoke of this energy. All mystic traditions taught how to direct this energy. Because this energy is not just for the body. This energy feeds the mind, strengthens the soul, ignites creativity, and brings success. And here is the most important fact. This energy is limited. There is only a certain amount in your body, and however you use this energy, your life is shaped in that way. If you constantly discharge this energy, your mind weakens, your focus scatters, your willpower weakens, your motivation drops, your creativity fades. But if you protect and direct this energy, you obtain an extraordinary power, a focus as sharp as a laser, a willpower as solid as iron, unlimited creativity, a magnetic attraction. Now let me give you examples from history and engrave these examples into your mind. Nikola Tesla was one of the greatest inventors of the 20th century. Alternating current, radio, X-rays, wireless energy transmission, hundreds of patents. But very few people know Tesla remained single throughout his life. He never married. He avoided sexual intercourse. And he himself said, "If I had been in a close relationship with a woman, I could not have created my inventions." He directed his sexual energy entirely to scientific creativity. And the result? He laid the foundations of the modern world. Isaac Newton, the father of physics, the law of gravity, laws of motion, calculus. He laid the foundations of science. But he also remained single throughout his life. He did not experience sexual intercourse. He directed his energy entirely to scientific discoveries. Leonardo da Vinci, the greatest genius of the Renaissance, painter, engineer, anatomy expert, inventor, a genius in every field. But he was also single. He directed his energy entirely to art and science. Swami Vivekananda, one of the greatest teachers of Indian mysticism. He traveled the world, gave thousands of speeches, influenced millions. But he lived only 39 years. Why? Because he transferred his energy to humanity until the last drop. And before dying, he said, "If I could teach brahmacharya, sexual abstinence, to the youth, I would make India capable of ruling the world in 25 years." Now I ask you, is this a coincidence? Did all these geniuses choose to protect their sexual energy, or did they become geniuses as a result of this protection? The answer is clear, the latter. Because sexual energy is the source of creative power. And this power, if directed correctly, makes the impossible possible. But modern society did not tell you this. On the contrary, it told you to constantly consume sexuality. Advertisements, movies, series, social media, pornography, everywhere is full of sexual stimulants. Why? Because they want you to be weak. They want you to be addicted. They want you to be controllable. If a person constantly discharges their sexual energy, they are weak, they are unfocused, they are easily manipulated. But if a person protects and directs their sexual energy, they are strong, they are focused, they are uncontrollable, and the system does not want such people. Here is the truth, here is the secret, and now you know this secret. The deepest laws of human nature, and these laws are valid today as well. They are valid for you too.
Now let me tell you the science. Because this is not just a mystic idea. This is a fact supported by biology, neurology, and endocrinology. What happens in your body during sexual arousal? Testosterone, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, prolactin. Dozens of hormones and neurotransmitters are secreted, and these chemicals affect your brain. Dopamine, the reward and motivation hormone, it rises during sexual stimulation, but it drops after ejaculation. And regular ejaculation desensitizes dopamine receptors. What does this mean? Normal things no longer motivate you. Ordinary successes no longer excite you. You constantly look for stronger stimulants. Addiction cycle. Prolactin, the hormone secreted after ejaculation. It suppresses dopamine. It lowers motivation. It creates a tendency to sleep. It brings passivity. Testosterone, the masculinity hormone. It exists not only in men, but also in women. The hormone of strength, willpower, competition, success. And here is the critical point. Ejaculation temporarily lowers testosterone. Regular ejaculation keeps testosterone levels chronically low. What does it mean? Less energy, less willpower, less competitiveness, less success. Now let me tell you the principle of ancient Chinese medicine. Jing, life essence, sexual energy. According to Chinese medicine, every time a man ejaculates, he loses Jing. And Jing is a limited resource. The more you lose, the faster you age, the weaker you become. But if you protect Jing, you live long, stay strong, and become mentally sharp.
Indian Ayurveda says the same thing, ojas, vital energy, the most precious fluid in the body. According to Sanskrit texts, 1 drop of blood is formed from 40 days of food. 40 drops of blood form 1 drop of bone marrow. 40 drops of bone marrow form 1 drop of sexual fluid. And this sexual fluid, if kept correctly, transforms into ojas. Ojas means glowing skin, sharp mind, strong body, magnetic personality. Now let's go back to modern science. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to create new nerve connections. Everything you do creates a path in your brain. Watching pornography creates a path in your brain. Ejaculating regularly creates a path in your brain. And as these paths strengthen, addiction forms. You can no longer control it. The urge controls you. But you can do the opposite. Protecting your sexual energy creates new paths in your brain. The path of discipline, the path of willpower, the path of control. And as these paths strengthen, you strengthen. Now urges do not control you. You control the urges. Now let me tell you about the no-fap movement. Millions of men are quitting pornography and masturbation, and what are they reporting? More energy, sharper focus, stronger willpower, more self-confidence, better social relations, more success. Is this a placebo? No, this is the natural result of protecting sexual energy, and you can get the same results. But for this, one thing is needed: a decision. A conscious, clear, unchangeable decision. I will protect my sexual energy. I will direct this power to creative works. I will master myself. Making this decision is in your hands, and I demand this from you. Make this decision today.
Now we are moving from theory to practice. Because information does not work if it is not applied. How is sexual energy transmutation done? There are 3 steps. Step 1, protection. Step 2, direction. Step 3, transformation. Step 1, protection. This means not wasting your sexual energy, avoiding masturbation, staying away from pornography, reducing the frequency of sexual intercourse, or cutting it completely. This step is the hardest step, because your body, your habits, your environment, everything pushes you toward this. But you must resist this urge. How? The first 7 days are the hardest. Your body rebels, your mind produces excuses. One time doesn't hurt. It's necessary for my health. It's good for prostate cancer. Lie. All of it is a lie. Only your addiction is talking. You do not listen to this voice. Instead, what should you do? Direct your energy. Do sports, run, lift weights, tire your body out. Take a cold shower every day. It instantly suppresses sexual stimulation. Meditate. Do breathing exercises. Calm the mind. Walk in nature. See the sun. Establish contact with the ground. Ground the energy. If you pass 7 days, it becomes easy. In 14 days, you start to notice. In 21 days, a new habit forms. In 30 days, you gain a new identity. In 90 days, you will have completely changed. Step 2. Direction. Protected energy must go somewhere. If you only suppress it, it accumulates inside and creates problems, tension, anger, aggression. Instead, you should direct that energy to a goal, definite chief aim. This is where the principles of sexual energy transmutation and definite chief aim merge.
You are protecting your sexual energy, but at the same time, there is a very clear target in your mind. Starting a business, writing a book, creating a work of art, learning a skill. Whatever it is very clear. And now that protected sexual energy starts to flow to this target. How? Every morning when you wake up, read your definite aim out loud. Then close your eyes and visualize. But this time, use your sexual energy as well. Sexual energy is the most powerful fuel for imagination. While you visualize your aim, you will feel that energy. A vibration in your body, a heat, a power. This is normal. This is the direction of energy. Let it flow. Allow it. And that energy will feed your dream. Your dream will be felt as if it were real, and your subconscious will accept this as real. Every evening before going to bed, do the same thing. Read your definite aim, visualize, feel the sexual energy. And while you sleep, your subconscious will work with this energy. It will find solutions. It will see opportunities. It will open paths. Step 3. Transformation. This is the most mysterious step, because here physical energy transforms into mental and spiritual power. Ancient yogis called this the rising of Kundalini. Energy rises in the spinal cord and reaches the brain. The brain glows. The third eye opens. A connection is established with universal consciousness. In modern language, an explosion of creativity. Inspiration comes, solutions appear, intuitions strengthen, success comes by itself. But for this, there is one condition: patience. Transformation does not happen immediately. The first 30 days, bodily level. Energy increases, muscle increases, skin glows. The second 30 days, mental level. Focus becomes sharp, memory strengthens, creativity explodes. The third 30 days, spiritual level. Purpose becomes clear, vision deepens, harmony with the universe begins. And at the end of 90 days, you are no longer the old you. You are a completely different being, stronger, sharper, more creative, more successful. Now I give you a concrete instruction. Start today. Start your 90-day journey today. Take a calendar, mark 90 days. Every day, mark a successful day. Do not break the chain, because every day is a victory. Every day is a step. And at the end of 90 days, you will have won the victory.
Now let me ask you this question. Why does this video start with the title, "The Secret the Wealthy Will Never Tell You"? Because the wealthy know and use this principle, but they do not tell the public. Napoleon Hill worked for Andrew Carnegie for 20 years. He interviewed 500 wealthy and successful people, and he found a common feature in all of them: the ability to control sexual energy. In the book, Think and Grow Rich, Hill listed 13 success principles, and the 11th principle, sexual energy transmutation. But pay attention. This is the least discussed, least understood, most censored part of the book. Why? Because if people knew this, the system might collapse. People would stop watching television and start working. People would stop consuming and start creating. People would stop being sluggish and become awake. And the system does not want awake people. Now let me give you examples of the wealthiest people in history. Andrew Carnegie built an iron and steel empire. He became one of the wealthiest people in the world. But he did not marry until he was 52 years old. In the most productive years of his youth and maturity, he directed his sexual energy entirely to his work. Henry Ford founded the Ford Motor Company. He invented the assembly line. He gave jobs to millions of people. And he himself said, "If a man can control his sexual urges, he can control anything." Rockefeller founded Standard Oil. He became the world's first billionaire. But his private life was extremely disciplined. He was restricting the frequency of sexual intercourse. He was directing his energy to his work. Steve Jobs founded Apple. He changed the world. In his youth, he practiced Buddhism and yoga. He tried brahmacharya, sexual abstinence. And he said, "In periods of abstinence, my creativity was exploding." Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, the most productive entrepreneur of our age. He works 100 hours a week, and according to what he says, he keeps romantic relationships to a minimum because they consume energy. Mike Tyson, boxing champion. When at the peak of his ring career, he was practicing sexual abstinence for months before matches. "Sexual abstinence makes me a tiger," he said. Muhammad Ali was also doing the same. He was cutting sexual intercourse 6 weeks before matches because he knew energy means strength. Now I ask you, why were these people doing this? Because they knew sexual energy is a limited resource. And will you spend this resource in the bedroom, or will you use it in pursuit of your dream? The choice is yours. But know that the wealthy made their choices, and they got the results. You can make the same choice, and I demand this from you. Make this choice. Do it today. Do it now. Because every day you waste your sexual energy is a day you throw your potential into the trash. Now, I must clarify a point. Are these principles only for men? No. They are valid for women as well, but in a different way. In men, sexual energy is outward-oriented. It is lost with ejaculation. In women, sexual energy is inward-oriented. It is not lost with discharge, but it scatters. If a woman protects and directs her sexual energy, she obtains an extraordinary power. Magnetic attraction, creative genius, emotional stability, spiritual depth. Female geniuses in history. Marie Curie, 2 Nobel Prizes, physics and chemistry. She discovered radioactivity, but her private life was extremely focused. She directed her energy to science. Joan of Arc saved France. At 19 years old, she remained a virgin. She directed her sexual energy entirely to her mission. Now let's look at the modern world. Women are constantly being sexualized by the media. Fashion, makeup, social media, everything is about sexuality. Why? Because a woman whose sexual energy is scattered is weak. She is easily influenced. She consumes easily. She is easily manipulated. But a woman who protects her sexual energy is strong. She makes her own decisions. She knows her own values. No one can manipulate her. And here is what society is afraid of: powerful women. Because powerful women are not docile. Now, a concrete piece of advice for women. Protecting your sexual energy does not mean completely avoiding sexuality. It means using your sexual energy consciously. Stay away from random, meaningless relationships. Stay away from people who scatter your energy. Be with a partner who knows your value, loves you, and raises your energy. And let sexual intercourse be not only for pleasure, but for bond and love. Then energy is not lost. It is shared and it multiplies. Also, focus on creative projects, art, writing, business, science, whatever it is. Your sexual energy is waiting for creativity. Give it a direction. And witness, your life is transforming. Now, I must tell you the dangers and misconceptions. Because this path is not easy, and if applied incorrectly, it can cause harm. First danger, suppression. Protecting sexual energy does not mean suppressing it. Suppression traps the energy inside, and that energy becomes poison, tension, anger, depression. Instead, you should direct the energy. sports, art, business, meditation. Energy must flow, but in another direction. Second danger, fanaticism. Some people, upon hearing this principle, go to extremes. They stay away from women completely. They withdraw from social life. They become hermits. This is wrong. The purpose of life is not to not live, but to live fully. The protection of sexual energy is not escaping from life, but living life more strongly. Third danger, ego. Some people's ego inflates after protecting sexual energy. I am superior. I am strong. I am in control. This is a trap. Be humble. Because this power is not yours. This is the power of the universe. You are just a channel. Fourth misconception, sexuality is bad. No, sexuality is natural and beautiful. But like everything, it must be at the right time, in the right place, with the right person. The problem is not sexuality itself, but its uncontrolled, impulsive, unconscious use. Fifth misconception, this is just a physical thing. No, this is a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual transformation. Just quitting masturbation is not enough. You must change your entire lifestyle. Nutrition, sleep, exercise, meditation, quality of thought, relationships, everything. Sixth danger, returning. The first 7 days are very hard, but the real danger is after the 30th day, because then you feel strong. You say, one time doesn't hurt, and once, twice, then you return to the old habit. For this, build a system, an accountability partner, a friend, a mentor, someone to whom you will report every day. Keep a journal. Write every day. How did you feel? What difficulties did you experience? What successes did you achieve? Write these down. Establish a reward system. Every 7 days, give yourself a small reward. But let that reward be something that brings you closer to your aim. A book, a course, a piece of equipment. And most importantly, remember your why. Why are you doing this? Just for more energy? No, for a purpose, for a definite aim. Remember that aim every day, and that aim will keep you on your feet. Now I will teach you the most powerful technique, the pre-sleep ritual. Because before sleep is the moment when the subconscious is most open. During the day, the conscious mind stands at the door like a guard. It filters every thought. It says, is this logical? Is this possible? Is this realistic? And it does not take most powerful thoughts inside. But before sleep, that guard gets tired. The door remains ajar, and the messages you give at that moment go directly to the subconscious. This is why the pre-sleep ritual is very important. Now I tell you step by step, and you will apply this tonight. Around 9 o'clock, turn off all electronic devices. Phone, computer, television, all are off. Why? Because blue light suppresses melatonin. It lowers sleep quality. And because these devices stimulate your mind, you want to calm down. Prepare your room. Let it be dark. Let it be quiet. Let it be cool. Light a candle. Light an incense. Atmosphere is important. Then take a shower, preferably a cold shower, because a cold shower pulls sexual energy upwards. The mind becomes clear. The body calms down. After the shower, wear comfortable clothes. Then sit on the edge of your bed. Keep your back straight. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath 3 times. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Slowly. With every breath, tension is going away. With every breath, you are calming down. Then read your definite aim, not out loud, but from inside, but feeling every word. I will realize by the date of, and I will achieve this by doing. Then, with your eyes closed, visualize that aim having been realized.
But this time, use your sexual energy as well. How? While visualizing, slightly contract your pelvic region. Not a physical, but a mental contraction. Feel the energy. Pull it up from there, from your spinal cord to your brain. And with that energy, feed your dream. Your aim has been realized. You are successful. You are wealthy. You are powerful. See this. Feel this. Live this. For 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, but deep, intense, emotional. Then give thanks. Give thanks even for the success that has not yet arrived. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for this power. Thank you for this journey. Then lie down and sleep. What happens during this time? Your subconscious works on those messages throughout the night. It finds solutions, it opens paths, it creates opportunities. And when you wake up in the morning, you will notice that some things have changed. Maybe an idea comes. Maybe you see a dream. Maybe you feel an intuition. These are the answers of the subconscious. Note them down, record them, apply them. And do this ritual every night, for 30 days, for 60 days, for 90 days, and witness your life is completely changing.
The pre-sleep ritual plants the seed. The morning ritual, on the other hand, waters that seed. Together, both create a miracle. Morning is the most important hour of the day, because how you start the morning, the day goes like that. How do most people start the morning? The alarm rings. They press the snooze button 5 times. Then they get up with haste. They check their phone, social media, news, emails. Their mind scatters. Then they have breakfast hurriedly, or not at all. Then they run to work, and the day starts in chaos. You do not do like this. You do differently. Build the morning ritual like this. When the alarm rings, get up immediately. Do not press the snooze button. Never. Because the snooze button is the beginning of indiscipline. Get up, tidy your bed. This small victory starts the day well. Drink a glass of water. You can squeeze lemon, hydrate the body, start the metabolism. Then do sports, at least 20 minutes. Run, do push-ups, do yoga. It's not important, but the body must move. Why? Because sexual energy transforms in movement. It creates trouble while accumulating in stagnancy, but it rises upwards and transforms into power in movement. Then a cold shower, definitely, at least 2 minutes, completely cold. Hold your breath, then release. The body resists, but you continue. The cold shower works the willpower muscle. At the same time, it increases testosterone. It balances sexual energy. It opens the mind. After the shower, meditation. 10 minutes. Sit quietly. Focus on your breath. Thoughts come, let them go. Just watch. Meditation provides the order of the mind. Because most people experience chaos in their minds, thousands of thoughts haphazardly. Meditation calms that chaos. Then read your definite aim, vocally, out loud. If there is a mirror, read by looking at the mirror. Look into your eyes and read, feeling every word. Then visualize. Close your eyes. See your aim having been realized. 5 minutes, but this time with morning energy, fresh, vigorous, strong. Then start the day. But do the important work in the morning, because morning is the time when creativity is at its highest. Not in the afternoon, not in the evening, morning. If you write, write in the morning. If you write code, write in the morning. If you strategize, do it in the morning. Do the hardest job in the morning. Because in the morning,
willpower is strongest. In the evening, willpower is exhausted. And here is the secret of successful people. They control the morning. You control it too. And every morning say this to yourself: today I will protect the energy. Today I will focus on my aim. Today I will get one step closer. Today I will win.
Now I will tell you the hardest truth. If you choose this path, you will be alone. Because most people do not understand this principle. Your friends will say, you are exaggerating. Your family will say, your health will be ruined. Society will say, abnormal. And you will remain under pressure. You will think, maybe they are right. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe this is going to extremes. This is where most people quit. Because social approval is a powerful urge. The need to belong is a fundamental need. But here is the truth. Great successes have come without social approval. Great successes have come from being different. They have come from leaving the herd. And you, if you really want to be successful, you must leave the herd. The path of the lone wolf. This is not an easy path, but it is a powerful path. Now I will tell you how you will resist. First, explanation. Do not explain to anyone. When they ask, why are you not having sexual intercourse? Say, for private reasons, and close the subject. Do not enter into an argument, because most people do not ask to understand, they ask to criticize. Second, set boundaries. If your friends call you to nightclubs, bars, sexual environments, say no. Net. Clear. Do not produce excuses. No, I'm not coming is enough. And if they persist, start questioning those friendships, because real friends respect your boundaries. Third, find a new environment. There are people who think similarly. No FAP communities, personal development groups, those who do spiritual practices. Find these people, online or offline, because your environment shapes your mind. Fourth, find a role model. Look at successful people in history. Tesla, Newton, Gandhi. They also walked this path and succeeded. You can succeed too. Fifth, remember your target. When social pressure comes, remember your definite aim. Why am I doing this? For social approval or for my own success? The answer is clear. And sixth, be proud. You are doing something that most people cannot do. You are mastering yourself. This is something to be proud of, not to be ashamed of. And in time, people will notice. They will see your energy. They will see your successes. They will see your transformation. And some will ask, how did you do it? Then share. But only with those who are truly curious, because pearls are not thrown to swine. Now let me tell you real stories, how people applied this principle and changed their lives. First story. A young man of 25 years old, a university graduate, but unemployed. He watches pornography every day. He masturbates every day. He has no motivation. He is even too lazy for job applications. Then he learns this principle. The first 7 days are very hard, but he resists. The second week, energy starts coming. The third week, he starts job applications. The fourth week, he receives 2 job offers. On the 30th day, he starts a job. On the 60th day, he receives a promotion. On the 90th day, he decides to start his own business. Today, he is a successful entrepreneur. Second story. A married man of 35 years old. His marriage is problematic, no communication. Sexual life is routine. He feels unhappy. Addicted to pornography.
secretly from his spouse. Then he learns this principle. He quits pornography. He reduces the frequency of sexual intercourse. He directs his energy to establishing an emotional bond with his spouse. They talk, they share, they spend time together, and their marriage is revived. Today, a happy family. Third story, a woman of 40 years old, a career woman but unhappy. She jumps from relationship to relationship. None of them would be permanent. She feels herself in a void. Then she learns this principle. She cuts random relationships. She directs the energy to herself. Meditation starts. She does yoga. She writes a book. 6 months later, she publishes a book. And that book attracts her real partner to her. Today, she is in a deep relationship and happy. Fourth story. An athlete of 20 years old. He has potential but cannot get results. Before matches, he has sexual intercourse. To relax, he thinks, but his performance is low. Then he learns this principle. He practices sexual abstinence 6 weeks before matches. He experiences an energy explosion. Strength increases. Focus becomes sharp. He wins his first match, his second match too. In the third one, he becomes the champion. Today, a national athlete. These stories are real. There are thousands. But you don't see them in the media, because the media wants to hide this secret. But now you know. And now I ask you, will you also be a part of these stories? Or will you continue to drift like the majority? Now I am giving you a very concrete roadmap. What you should expect daily, weekly, monthly. First 7 days, withdrawal symptoms, bodily distress, mind resistance, constant urges. This is normal. You are coming out of addiction. Be resistant. Take a cold shower. Do sports. Stay busy. 7 to 14 days. Hostility. Along with the increase in energy, irritability can also increase. Normal. Discharge the energy with sports. Balance it with meditation. 14 to 21 days. First benefits. Energy is increasing. Sleep quality rises. Skin glows. People start to notice. 21 to 30 days. Magnetism. Self-confidence increases. Social relations become easy, especially the opposite sex sees you differently. 30 to 60 days. Creativity explosion. Ideas are coming. You find solutions. Efficiency at work increases. Projects progress. 60 to 90 days. Transformation. You are no longer the old you. Identity changed, habits changed, life changed. 90 to 120 days. Deepening, spiritual opening. Intuitions are strengthening. Purpose becomes clear. You feel harmony with the universe. 120 to 180 days. Mastery. Now controlling sexual energy is natural. It does not require effort. This is your identity. And at the end of 6 months, you are a completely new person. But attention, there will be difficulties on this path. There will be moments of falling. If you fall, do not judge yourself. Get up, continue. Falling for 1 day does not end a 6-month journey, but giving up ends it. Do not ever give up. Now we have come to the end of the video, and this end will be either a finish or a beginning for you. You will choose. Until now, you have learned a lot. You learned what sexual energy is. You learned how it will be protected. You learned how it will be directed. You saw examples from history. You heard real stories. You received practical techniques. But now, the real question. What will you do? Will you close the video and continue with your life, with the same habits, with the same urges, with the same results? Or will you today, at this very moment, make the most important decision of your life? The decision, I will protect my sexual energy. The decision, I will direct this power to my definite aim. The decision, I will master myself. Making this decision is not easy, because your body will resist, your mind will produce excuses, your environment will criticize. But you do not listen to these voices.
because these voices are not yours. These voices are of your old identity, of your weak identity, of your cowardly identity. But you are no longer that identity. You are a strong being. You are a disciplined being. You are a successful being. And now, I command you, get up. From now on, take a paper, take a calendar, mark 90 days. And today is your first day. Today, you are starting to protect your sexual energy. Today, you are writing your definite aim. Today, you are starting your new life. And 90 days later, watch this video again. Because then, you will be a completely different person. Stronger, sharper, more creative, more successful, happier. And then, you will thank me. You will thank yourself. Because the decision you took today saved your life. Most people will never learn this secret. Most people will waste their sexual energy. Most people will die without using their potential. But you are not most people. You watched this video, you received this information. Now apply this information and be the winner. Because winners are those who control their sexual energy. Winners are those who master themselves. Winners are those who have definite aims. And you deserve to be a winner. Now go, apply, succeed. And remember, the secret of the wealthy is now your secret. Use it.